invite Mohammed Atar Ansari, who is the senior expert ICT with Omantel. Welcome to the panel.
Thank you very much, Abbas, and thank you very much, my fellow panelists. It was very insightful 2 sessions we just did, and a lot of new information I got from these sessions. I'm Mohammed Atar Ansari from Oman. I work in Enterprise Business Unit in Omantel, and I look after business development for ICT and digital products and services. I have been involved or have been managing most of the smart city projects which Omantel is involved with. And along with the smart city, I have been managing a lot of, projects related with enterprise 5G. So this is brief about me. I'm going to talk about what role 5G is going to play in smart city and how it is going to change the entire thing when it comes to technology. I think everyone has spoken about sustainability, and I think this is how I want to start with. Sustainability is basically is one of the most important, or you can say strategic goal of any smart city. And the reason is, one of the key reason is basically rapid urbanization. Most of the people are moving to urban cities, urban areas, and wants to live there. As I noticed that Asim already covered that 50+% people are already residing in urban areas, and this is expected to increase to 6% by 2050 in 3 decades. And I'm quoting these data from UNEP, United Nations Environment Program. So the point is, if this population in the cities is going to increase by 66% in the next 3 decades, it means we're going to add another 2.5 billion people to the cities, which is going to be a huge concern for the sustainability of the smart city itself. So, the point is, we started smart cities to look after the overall sustainability, but now it comes to we are in a situation where we are talking about the sustainability of a smart city itself. And this is where technologies like 5G comes into picture and play a role. 5G is basically, if you look at overall, what are the main challenges, key challenges most of the smart cities are having in today's time. And you will find one of the key challenge is connectivity. If we really want to have a successful smart cities, we really need to have a ubiquitous connectivity, a uniform connectivity across the city. So this is how I am going to present. So I am going to cover a little bit about 5G and what role this is going to play, and what applications it will be enabling for 5G for smart cities. 5G is basically, it's not a usual a network upgrade from 4G to 5G like earlier technologies in earlier GSM technologies like 2G to 3G or 4G. It is not a usual upgrade from 4G to 5G. There are much more than that. It comes with a lot of features, network features and characteristics, which makes 5G a very exquisite and unique technology. Some of the features I would like to cover here, this comes with a very high speed. This network is offers very high speed. Like if you see, this is going to offer 100x faster speed than the previous technologies. So this will offer you up to 10 gig connectivity, 10 gig speed compared to 100 Mbps connectivity with the existing technologies. So if I have to translate into real life case, then you can say if you have to download a movie of 1 hour, Then with 5G technology, you can download the movie in 7 to 10 seconds, which is possible in maybe 15 to 20 minutes in the current technologies available across the world. So this is the difference you will see in 5G. Apart from that, it comes with a very low latency. It provides very low latency connectivity. It's basically it's in line with human visual processing. So it's like you blink your eyes, it is maybe faster than that. So the latency in this technology is almost 1 millisecond, whereas in the earlier technology it is maybe around 100 to 200 milliseconds. So this is going to be almost real-time technology, no time taken in transferring the data from point A to point B. This also comes with a feature which is about energy consumptions. So one of the estimates suggests that the energy consumption in this technology is 90% less than the previous technologies. So it means your devices, not only mobile devices, your sensors, actuators, or any other devices which are going to be installed, they will be consuming much less energy than the previous technologies. So what will happen? It is going to be much cost-effective solution and much good for the environment. This technology has also got capacity to connect millions of devices in a, if I have to give an example, in a per square kilometer. This is going to enable you to connect 1 million devices per square kilometer, whereas in the compared to earlier technologies, it is maybe around 10K to 100K devices in a per square kilometer. So the point is, what I'm saying is, this will enable you to connect more and more devices, because if you notice, everyone has been talking about Internet of everything. So connecting people, things, devices, and everything. So this will require everyone to connect a lot of devices, and the existing technologies will stop supporting these kind of connectivity. Apart from this, this technology offers you very high availability. This comes with, if it is in the premium environment, then you can say this technology, uptime of this technology is going to be 5 nines, 99.999% of availability, because the way this technology has been designed, it creates a backhauling which provides you very high redundancy and availability. Another thing in this, good thing in this technology is its capacity. So this technology has great capacity to provide the same kind of experience if a lot of people are using the same network at the same time. I'll give you example like airports. So what happens is, in a particular area, in scenario like airport, in a particular area, a lot of people are using the same network and at the same time. So what happens is, you must have noticed sometime the performance goes down and networks gets choked up. But 5G is a technology which is going to address these kind of things. Let's look at how it is going to.
Sorry, Mohammed, sorry to interrupt. I'm not sure if are you presenting, because on the screen we only have your camera, we don't have your presentation. Are you just?
Yeah, I'm presenting.
Perfect. Sorry, we just wanted to, technical staff just asked me to check on that because they didn't have the. Okay. Perfect.
Can you see my presentation now?
Yes, now we can see it. Thank you very much.
I'm so sorry for the earlier slides. So these were my earlier slides. I just go through quickly. Yeah, so I'm here now. I'm so sorry for that. So I was trying to say that whatever I just mentioned, the characteristics I mentioned about 5G, how it is going to translate into real life, how it is going to address real life cases. So basically these characteristics of 5G is going to create 3 kind of network which are designed to cater and address different kind of challenges. Like if I have to mention one of them is enhanced mobile broadband. this kind of network is designed to address the use cases like related to virtual reality or augmented reality or maybe mixed reality kind of thing, or the use cases where you require a lot of ultra high definition video kind of surveillance, or maybe online gaming where you need a lot of bandwidth and use the internet. So these kind of use cases will be addressed through eMBB. Another type of network is massive machine type communication, which is going to help to address the challenges which is related to connected workers, or maybe maybe in a factory kind of environment where workers are wearing wearables for the temperature or humidity monitoring or health monitoring kind of thing, where you need to connect a lot of devices. So this kind of network will be able to address those kind of challenges. And in the end, this creates these characteristics of 5G, creates another kind of network which is called ultra reliable and low latency kind of communication. This is going to make a lot of use cases possible which haven't been possible, or even if it has been in place, then the performance or the experience is not good as it is expected. These three kind of networks are going to enable smart cities to have these kind of application run over the 5G. So, and these are ranging from the, maybe if you take it from maybe these use cases will be from the accessing citizen services, or maybe related to industry growth, or maybe related to governance. And if maybe I have to mention about healthcare services. So these applications will be enabled by 5G, and 5G will be able to provide a much better experience to run these applications. So I'm not going to all these applications. I have just picked a few which are very important, how it is going to change in coming time. So I'll just cover those ones. One of the thing is related to transportation and traffic. So as we all know that traffic is one of the major issue in most of the cities, I can say. And wherever I visit, and maybe you have the same experience, we find that traffic is one of the issue. One of the report I was reading, and that suggests that approximately 50 to 60 hours, millions of people across the world, they waste around 50 to 60 hours annually stuck in traffic. This is one of the estimate I'm mentioning. So traffic is definitely one of the challenge in most of the cities. One of the telecom operator has developed in US, one of the telecom operator called Verizon. They have developed a solution for traffic management or transportation management. And what they are doing is they are placing IoT sensors in the street lights. So they're deploying millions of sensors in the street light, and they expect that this is going to reduce the car idle time by 44%. So this is the kind of use case they have come up with, and they're working on that. Apart from this, I think we all have been talking about autonomous car, self-driving autonomous vehicle, unmanned vehicle, and connected cars and all. These things are going to be reality in coming next, I can say 3 to 5 years time. And when these things have to be reality, then we need to have a network which is going to support these kind of use cases. And I personally can see 5G is the only network which will be able to support these kind of use cases. Citizen services is another thing, how 5G will enhance the citizen services, access of citizen services. And for example, healthcare, if I have to talk about healthcare, how it is going to revolutionize the entire healthcare. One of the operator in Europe called O2, they have developed a system. They call it smart ambulance, and this smart ambulance, basically this works as a small remote consultation room for the patients. So you can see, means usually what happens is ambulances, we in current time we use ambulances as a means of transporting patient from one place to another place, but they have converted all these ambulances in small consultation room, remote consultation room. So these are available anywhere, and you can use them as a consultation room. And this is enabled, this is possible because of the 5G network, because you need a very ultra low latency and high reliability connectivity. Apart from the ambulances, I think we all in the situation when I believe we're still in the situation, COVID-19 situation, people started talking about telemedicine and virtual clinics. People started avoiding going to hospitals. Doctors started avoiding going to hospital and meeting patient and all. This kind of situation we had just now. And in these kind of situations, a lot of countries introduced virtual clinics and telemedicine, and this was possible over the 5G network. One of the European country, National Health Services from Italy, they have came up with one of the data I just want to share with the audience. They say in their country, 9.5 million patients visit hospitals every year, and they are expecting to save around 1.2 billion pound by introducing telemedicine and virtual clinic kind of facilities for their citizens. So we also did during the COVID, we aligned as Omantel as a national operator in Oman. We also aligned with Royal Hospital, and we tested a couple of use cases for the virtual clinic and telemedicine, and we are launching those services in coming few months. Another thing which is going to be possible over the 5G network is remote surgeries. Like everyone must have heard about remote surgeries and have been talking about, where a lot of surgeons or doctors or specialists going to connect across the world, sitting in different part of the world, and surgery is taking place at one place in one of the corner in the world. So in these kind of situations, if you don't have network like 5G, it is not going to be possible, because you need almost real-time connectivity to perform remote surgeries and all. Another area which is going to be where 5G will be playing a very important role, I think that is public safety. So in current situation, what is happening is, for the public safety, CCTV is one of the most important, or one of the important measure we use. But with the current CCTV system, what happens is you don't have access to the videos in real time. And what happens is, any harmful situation, when it has already taken place, then we go back to the videos and get the access and see and analyze what has happened in that case. But with the introduction of 5G technology, what is going to happen is, the entire public safety thing is going to be revolutionized, and the CCTV is going to work in a very different way. So what is going to happen is, coupling some technology with the CCTV, like video analytics coupled with artificial intelligence and all. What it will do is, it will enable you to get the proactive alarms. The authorities will be able to get the proactive alarms and messages to avoid any harmful situation. So this is one of the things which is going to be changed completely. Apart from this, we all have been hearing about drones, the aerial view of anything, and safety robots we have been talking about. These are going to be reality in coming few years time, and these things can be possible only if you have a network like 5G. So these are the things I wanted to share. Very quickly, maybe in a minute, I'll share what Omantel as a national telecom operator, what we are doing, means where we are involved, which smart city projects we are doing, and how we are taking 5G rollout forward. So if I have to talk about 5G, I think in most of the currently we have got around 400 plus sites for 5G. We have already launched the 5G network in 2019, and we are commercialized also. We have come up with commercial services for 5G. Apart from that, we're doing a lot of POCs, proof of concepts, and trial with a lot of corporate and government organizations to test a lot of use cases related to augmented reality or virtual reality or port operations kind of thing, smart surveillance and all. Apart from this, when it comes to a smart city, I think the first smart city, greenfield smart city project in Oman, which is Duqm Smart City project, which Omantel signed a MOU with SEZAD, Special Economic Zone company, and we just delivered, I think mid of last year, we delivered the master plan for Duqm Smart City. So that is already there. Couple of other smart city projects which are like Ras Al Hamra and Muscat municipality. We are doing a couple of use cases related to smart city. So these are our engagement. I will be available to answer in case any information needed here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Sorry we went over a little bit of time, but it was very important that what we discussed, even though the presentation wasn't coming through, but the numbers that you gave were astonishing. With the 1 million per square kilometer compared to 10 to 15,000, that was incredible, and the 90% reduction in energy. I think those are great things, especially when we're talking about technology we want to use.